Greetings, everybody. It's your boy Davin Daniel once again, back at it with the Black Evolution. And today I'm going to talk to you guys about a very important topic in the Black Evolution Part 8. It's called Uplifting the Black Man. Let me say it again. It's called Uplifting the Black Man. So, without further ado, let's get into it. So, when it comes to uplifting the black man, you need to do several things. Number one, treat him like a king. A black man is a leader. A black man is a teacher. A black man is supposed to guide his or her his woman. And because of that, he needs to be a leader and stand up for the people. And because he is a leader, you need to uplift him. Your job is to uplift the black man, not tear him down. We are already getting killed by the racist police department through, Jim Crow and mass incarceration and being shot by these race soldiers. Recently, George Floyd was killed, but also two other black men, strong, intelligent black men, were killed. They were Robert Fuller, who was killed by hanging, and Rashard Brooks, who was killed by the racist police department. So I'm going to roll two clips that showcase these brutal killings of these strong, intelligent, awesome black men. And afterwards, I'm going to talk to you guys to discuss what we need to do to uplift the black man. Let me say it again. We need to uplift the black man. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and roll the clips.
California's Attorney General is being asked to investigate the death of a young black man who was found hanging from a tree. The initial finding of suicide alarmed the community. Some fear the Wednesday death in Palmdale, some 60 miles north of Los Angeles, could be foul play. CBS's Jonathan Vigliotti reports.
And I also ask that we stop talking about lynching.
At a contentious press briefing, residents in the LA County city of Palmdale demanded an independent investigation into the death of Robert Fuller. The 24-year-old was found hanging from a tall tree branch early Wednesday morning in a public square across from City Hall. Investigators didn't say if a ladder was found nearby.
We were sitting here staring at this tree. It don't make no sense. That's right.
Fuller's sister, Diamond Alexander, along with activists, now demanding answers after they say the sheriff's department rushed to conclusions. For example, in one release, officials said it appears Mr. Fuller tragically committed suicide, even though homicide detectives were still investigating. A second statement released by the city linked Fuller's death to COVID-19 related depression, reading, "Sadly, it's not the first such incident since the COVID-19 pandemic began." But Fuller's sister said he wasn't depressed.
Robert was a good little brother to us. We've been hearing one thing, then we hear another. And we just want to know the truth.
It's the second recent hanging death of a black man in the area. On May 31st, after a night of George Floyd protests, Malcolm Harsh was found hanging from a tree in neighboring San Bernardino County. Officials said there are no signs of foul play, but said detectives were still investigating the cause and manner of death. Meanwhile, demands for an investigation into Fuller's death have gained national attention after tweets by both Senator Kamala Harris and Kim Kardashian went viral. Palmdale officials are now calling for an independent investigation and autopsy. Jonathan Vigliotti, CBS News, Los Angeles.
All right, just take a deep breath in, put your mouth over the mouthpiece, blow as hard as you can until I tell you to stop. Blow, 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 stop. Very good.
I just had a few drinks, that's it.
How many?
1.5. Like I said, I was into the second cup. I wasn't even, I told her, babe, let's go, because I'm hungry.
What kind of drinks did you have?
I'm not sure. It's something she ordered. She said top shelf or whatever.
Top shelf what?
I'm not sure. It was, like I said, it was her birthday, and it was my daughter's birthday, intent to, you know, have a good time. And I said, babe, you know, I'm hungry. Let's go. My baby's mom, she was there. I said, babe, go ahead. I'm cool. You know, here's the money for the blow-up bed tomorrow. Here's the money for, you know, to enjoy herself tomorrow. Just, you know, give me a burger or something.
Right.
Just take me home. I'm ready to go.
So you had about 1.5 drinks, but you don't remember what kind of drinks they were?
No, sir.
All right.
I really don't, Mr. Ross.
All right. I think you've had too much to drink to be driving, so put your hands behind your back for me. Here, put your hands behind your back. Hey, stop fighting. Stop fighting. Stop fighting. You're gonna get tased. You're gonna get tased. You're gonna get tased. Stop.
Come on, man.
Stop. You're gonna get tased.
Mr. Ross.
Hey, hands off the fucking taser.
Stop.
Hands
Stop
off the
fighting.
taser.
Stop fighting.
Hands off the taser. Stop fighting. You got the fucking taser. Oh. 63. Put your hands on your back! Put your hands on your back!
Okay, now that I've shown you guys the brutal and savage killings of these two prominent black men, let me go into why we need to uplift the black man. So, first off, why is it important to uplift the black man? Well, let me tell you why. It is important because we need to uplift the black man because they are the leaders, they are the teachers, they are the providers, they are the guiders of the race, of the black race. Without them, the black race will fall and crumble. This is why we're such in a state now where we have to evolve as a people because we don't have any real strong black leaders. You have quote unquote celebrities that speak out against the issues, but you don't have a real prominent black leaders, strong, educated black leaders such as Martin Luther King Jr., Malcolm X, Marcus Mosiah Garvey, and countless others. You don't have any prominent black leaders, and every time you do have a leader, you always try to tear him down, such as Nipsey Hussle. He was a great black leader because he was on the path of becoming, very successful. He had his own entrepreneurship business. He had his own businesses. And what did y'all do? Y'all tore this man down. Y'all tried to tear him down. Y'all tried to, say this and that. Well, he ain't doing nothing. He ain't doing this. He ain't doing that. That's the problem. And also, a jealous Negro tried to kill Nipsey Hussle. That shows the jealousy in our community. So instead of trying to tear down the black man, you need to lift up the black man. Let me say it again. Instead of trying to tear down the black man, you need to uplift the black man. Because of that, we need to have prominent black leaders that will lead, that will guide, and that will teach the people. You also need to come to terms with that the black men are the sole providers of the race. Without the black man, you have chaos in the leadership role. There's no strong, prominent black men. They're always sissified or gentrified or, they try to turn them into something that they're not. They try to feminize us, feminize the black man. This is the problem within our community. Don't feminize the black man. We need strong, masculine leadership. Not toxic masculinity, but strong masculine leadership. The reason why people call it toxic masculinity is because they do not want to have a strong black man. They don't have a strong leader, a strong person that will take charge in our community. They always want to tear him down. We have a history in our community of tearing down our black leaders. They tried to tear down MLK with what he was doing. A lot of people don't realize that, but during the 60s, MLK was probably one of the most unpopular people in the United States of America. Same thing goes with Malcolm X. A lot of people say they love Malcolm X now, but back then, they didn't love what Malcolm X was saying. They didn't love what Malcolm X was teaching and preaching. He was teaching about self-reliance, having our own black businesses, getting educated, but also doing for self. Do for self philosophy. Don't beg the white supremacist power structure for freedom. That's what a lot of our organizations are doing now. They're always begging the structure for freedom instead of doing for self philosophy. I believe, like all of the great black leaders come before me, that we need to do for selves. And then we need to have strong, educated, predominantly black men lead us and guide us and step forward and take charge and take control. Because without that control, you have chaos within our community. Now, let's talk about what needs to happen going forward. So going forward, we need to uplift the black man, appreciate the black man, always be by his side, always support him, always believe in him no matter what, no matter what. You may have personal disagreements with him. You may not like what he says, but you always support our strong, educated black leaders. Let me say it again. You will always support your strong, educated black leaders. Never try to tear them down, because once you try to tear them down, the rest of the community will fall apart. Once you try to tear down the black man, the rest of the community will fall apart. So you need to uplift the black man. How do you do that? You lift him up. You give him confidence. You always continue to support him. You support his dreams. You support his ambitions. You support everything he does. This includes everybody within the community, not just the black children, but the black women too. Because one of the most people that try to criticize and try to tear down the black man, I'm sorry to say this, it is the black woman. Let me say it again for y'all who don't get it. The greatest threat to the strong black male leadership is the black woman. Why is that? Well, because she always tries to tear down the black man. She always says the black man is nothing. The black man is not going to be nothing. The black man is this. Now, I'm talking specifically now about the educated black man. She always tries to tear down the educated black man, but in reality, the educated black man is the leader of the community. The educated black man is the teacher of the community. The educated black man is the role model of the community, not the drug dealers, not the pimps, not the rappers. They're great entertainers. They're great at what they do. But in order to have a strong leadership in the black community, you need to have a strong, educated black man. A strong, educated, alpha black man. Like Martin Luther King Jr., like Malcolm X, like all those other people who came before us. They were strong, they were educated black men. And the great thing about them is they not only were they strong, educated black men, but they had black women who supported them and uplifted them. Coretta Scott King uplifted Martin Luther King Jr., Malcolm X's wife. You know, she promoted, she benefited, she helped and uplift Malcolm X. Betty Shabazz, she helped Malcolm X. But now, what do you see now? The quote-unquote educated black woman, the educated black woman is trying to destroy the black man. This is not the educated black woman, this is all the black women who try to bring down the black man, try to say he's no good, try to say he's nothing, try to say he's a piece of crap, and say he's not going to be nothing, and that, you know, they don't need him, they don't want him, on and on and on. But this is not about, you know, relationships and what have you. This is purely about uplifting the black man. Uplifting the black man. Our black women need to uplift the black man, and the black man needs to have a helpmate with the black woman. You cannot have a successful black leadership without a predominantly strong, educated black man. Let me say it again. You cannot have a strong black community, a strong black family, a strong black leadership without a successful, strong, educated black man. Because the black men are the people that are going to run the world. The educated black men. The educated black men are the ones that are going to run the communities, are going to build the businesses, are going to build the corporations. While the other types of black men, I'm not downplaying them now, they're great at what they do, they're not going to uplift us as a community. Why is it that in terms of black people, we always choose the clowns to be the leaders? We always choose the celebrities to be the leaders. Why are the celebrities leaders? They're not leading us. They're not supporting us. They're not believing in us. All they want to do is try to tear us down. They want to, basically, all they do is speak out against the issues. Now, some of them are good at speaking out, but they need to do more than that, more than speak out. not when there's just a crisis. So therefore, I'm going forward that we need a strong, educated black man to lead us into the future, like the great honorable teacher Marcus Mosiah Garvey, like the great honorable teacher Malcolm X, or the great honorable teacher Martin Luther King Jr. These figures are strong black men. Frederick Douglass, he taught himself how to read, and he became one of the greatest black leaders that ever lived. Booker T. Washington, he was an educated black man. He wanted to have black people to do for themselves. W.E.B. Du Bois, now you may not disagree with him with the talented 10th, how they're going to lead the race, but he was an educated black man helping us in the community. All these figures were predominantly strong, educated black men. They were lames, as some people call them. They were probably nerds. They were really smart people. You can't clown them. They are the ones, they are the future. They're the ones who led us, who got us prosperity, who got us our rights, who taught us to be self-reliant, who taught us to do for self. These strong, educated black men were the future. And now I say it again, strong, educated black men are going to be the future now. So, in conclusion to this podcast, we need strong, educated black men to lead us in the community. Let me say it again for y'all who don't get it. We need strong, educated black men to lead us in the community, because they're the ones who are going to lead us into the future. They're the ones who are going to lead us into prosperity. They are the ones who are going to lead us into greatness, not the thugs, not the pimps. Like I can't say it enough. They are great at what they do, but they are not strong, educated black men who are going to lead us. We need strong, educated black men who would lead us and guide us and teach us into the future, black people. We need strong, educated black men to lead us, guide us, and teach us as a people. So, going forward, don't try to tear down the educated black man. Uplift the black man. We're already getting killed by these racist cops, by the judicial system, by these new Jim Crow, by mass incarceration, by the police. We're already getting killed. So you need to uplift the black man instead of tearing him down. So this concludes the Dave podcast of part 8 of Uplifting the Black Man. Now, part 9, I'm going to continue to talk about uplifting the black man and what we need to do as a community. So this concludes the Dave podcast. Now listen to this outro music.